Greetings to our madam. I am Gabriel George, undergraduates for Bachelor of Nursing Science with Honors. Will be presenting to you my third assignment for Psychology and Sociology for Nurses. So without further ado, Psychology and Sociology for Nurses explore the biological, sociological, and psychological factors in nursing care. The brain, according to Newman 2022, as the central component of the central nervous system, serves as the body's primary control center. It integrates the sensory input and coordinates psychological and behavioral responses across the organism. The brain processes a stimuli that coordinates responses to the body. It also integrates structure composed of 1,000 billion interconnected neurons that enables complex cognitive, emotional, and motor response. Meanwhile, the human behavior came from multidimensional interplay of biological, sociological, and psychological factors. For example, genetic and neurochemical results in emotional responses, reasoning making, and cognitive adaptation. By understanding the brain role, behavior is a cornerstone for the psychological inquiry. This presentation will scout more about the relationship between all of this. Primarily, hormone represents a critical role in influencing human behavior. Such influence in modulating moods, responses, and motivation to an individual. For instance, reduction of thyroid hormones can impair cognitive focus and mood stability of an individual. Besides that, elevation of cortisol results in anxiety and impaired memory. Hormones are produced and released by the endocrine glands. It covers broadly in systemic functions of the human body more than the neurotransmitter. In nursing care, recognizing this hormonal relationship can influence in crafting the perfect targeted interventions such as stress management and endocrine referrals. As we all know, the brain is the headquarters and control units for the human behavior. Neurological shapes human action, emotion, and interaction. The relationship between brain regions and human behavior can be seen in the amygdala. It is located near the anterior end of the temporal lobe. It is responsible in emotional responses such as fear and aggression. Meanwhile, serotonin, known as the feel-good hormone, is a chemical in the brain region that covers mood regulation by influencing specific receptors. Reduce in serotonin level associates in increase of irritability and depression. Many medications are used to treat depression by targeting the serotonin level to elevate it. Prefrontal cortex is located in the frontal lobe. It is one of the last brain regions to mature. Such example for its responsibility is by regulating humans' cravings such as smoking. For dopamine, it involves in human motivation, reward, tasks, and evaluation. High dopamine can motivate and rouse people in performing harder physical tasks. Researchers suggest that it plays a role in evaluating whether a mental task is worth the fuss. The connection between genetic and human behavior is rooted in the transmission of genes from parents to their children. The process contributes to reciprocal influence that shapes both our physical traits and behavior. It is a crucial link that explains the similarities in behavior across generations. Next, let's explore how inherited traits such as personality are passed down from parents to child. These traits play a significant role in choices individuals make and their social interaction throughout life. When it comes to neural development, genes help from neural pathways that support essential cognitive function, including emotional regulation and learning. One key aspect of human behavior that is influenced by genetics is the predisposition to addictive behavior. Addiction is a controversial trait, but studies, particularly those involving twins, have shown that addiction is in fact heritable. Addictions such as alcohol and smoking have a heritable components, with studies indicating that heritability rate for this behavior is above 20%. In the nursing field, Psychological integration is a holistic approach that acknowledges the connection between the mind and the body. It plays a crucial role in patient care, especially in addressing mental health concerns alongside with physical health. Let's explore the key aspects of psychological integration in nursing. First one is cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT. CBT is designed to address maladaptive thought patterns that often contributes to mental health issues. By helping patients recognize and challenge these negative thoughts, CBT empowers them to adopt healthier ways of thinking and behaving, ultimately improving their mental well-being. Secondly is counseling support. Counseling offers psychological assessment and intervention. Through therapeutic conversation, nurses can assess the mental and emotional state of patients, identifying any psychological concern. Interventions such as active listening, problem-solving strategies, and emotional support are integral to this process, helping patients manage stress and other challenges. The third one is medication management. Another critical aspect of psychological integration is medication management. This involves in addressing the underlying thoughts and chemical imbalances that affect mental health. By carefully managing and adjusting medications, nurses ensure that patients receive the right support to manage conditions such as anxiety, depression, and other mood disorders. For health education, it plays a significant role in improving therapy engagement and patient comfort. By educating patients about their mental health conditions and treatment options, nurses can foster a greater sense of understanding and involvement. This increase the likelihood of adherence to therapy and enhance overall comfort throughout the treatment process. In sociological integration of nursing, it focuses on understanding the social aspect of a patient's life to provide better care. It recognizes that family, community, culture, and communication all play important roles in patient well-being. Let's go through the key points. The first one is family engagement. In nursing, it is important to include patient's family in care planning process. Families are often the primary support system for patients. By involving them in the care of planning, nurses can ensure that the patient receives emotional and practical support, which helps in improve their recovery. The second one is community support. Nurses can also connect patients with support groups in the community. These groups provide a safe space for patients to share their experiences and receive emotional support from others facing similar challenges. Community support plays a vital role in promoting overall health and well-being. For cultural competence, understanding a patient's cultural background is key to provide effective care. Nurses need to be aware of cultural differences, including beliefs and practices. This is to ensure that the care provided is respectful and appropriate. This helps to build trust and ensure that treatment is effective for all patients, regardless of the cultural background. The fourth one is therapeutic community. Building rapport through therapeutic community is essential in nursing. By listening actively and showing empathy, nurses can create a strong emotional connection with patients. This helps the nurses to understand the patient's feelings and needs, which is crucial for providing holistic and effective care. The holistic nursing approach looks at the whole person, not just their physical health. It considers biological, psychological, and sociological factors to provide care that supports both the body and the mind. Let's go through this approach. The first one is biological factors. Biological factors include things like genetics, hormones, and brain functions. These aspects can affect a person's overall health and well-being. For example, someone's genetic makeup can make them more likely to develop a special condition. Hormones and brain function also plays a big role in how we feel and how we act. For psychological perspective, the psychological perspective focuses on mental and emotional health. This includes cognitive processes like how we think and emotional regulation, which is how we manage our feelings. Understanding how a person thinks and feels is important for nurses to provide care that addresses both their physical and emotional needs. For sociological context, the sociological context looks at a person's social environment, such as cultural norms and support networks. These social factors can influence health and how someone copes with illness or challenges. For example, family and community support can be very important in person recovery and well-being. In short, human behavior is deeply influenced by biological factors, but we may also need to consider psychological and social factors, especially in nursing. Nurses play an important role in healthcare, particularly for patients facing with mental health challenges. They need to understand how biology, thoughts, emotion, and social situation all affects a patient's well-being. For example, a person's genetic risk for depression, which is biological, may be made worse by stress, which is psychological, and financial problem, which is sociological, creating a complex situation. By looking at all these factors together, nurses can create care plans that address the whole person. For instance, a patient with anxiety may need medication, which is biological, therapy, psychological, and support from friends and family, which is sociological. This approach helps improve patient care and highlights the importance of teamwork in mental health care. When nurses, psychologists, and social workers work together, they can help address the roots causes of a patient's struggles, build resilience, and also support recovery. Thank you.